Hi, my name is Chris Baker with Baker DMM. This is our video digest newsletter. Topic of today's newsletter is going to be surrounded by perfection. And before I jump into our discussion, I'll read you a quote. Quote states, "Accept the present moment and find a perfection that is deeper than any form and untouched by time." And that was by Eckhart Tolle. And I thought that was a great segue into our topic, which, regarding personal finance, really I look at it as a 50-50 split. 50% of the battle is being organized and understanding and being able to view your position. The other 50% for most of us is having the accountability, having the discipline, having the emotional stability, having the right mental mindset to give ourselves the best chance to make the best financial decisions for us. And when you break it down, when you look at it from if you really take a step back and really, from a 200, 300 mile, 400 mile, millions of miles, as you gradually back away from the earth and expand out into the entire universe, when you boil it down, creation in itself is perfect. Everything is perfect the way it is. I know it's hard to understand that sometimes because we get so bogged down by just our day-to-day grind and really our thoughts. And that's a part of what Eckhart's talking about when he mentions find perfection that is deeper than any form. That could be your physical form, or that could be even the form within you, which would be your thoughts or your ego. And because we get so distorted and we get so confused by our thoughts and what we see, we forget just how perfect things are in the world, just the way that they are. I know, like a few months ago, it was in the summertime, and I went on a run, and I went like a 6-mile run, came home, and I think I was eating a banana, and I was just very in tune with the present moment. The washer and dryer were running. I'm kind of doing some things around my house, but very, with it in the moment. I think I looked out the window and I saw some bees, and, I think, the bees were eating and, I don't know, doing things. And there was a spider who had caught a bee, and the spider was eating the bee. And just looking out the window and seeing the earth and the trees and the sun, and I think around that time recently, the eclipse had happened. And, and I even thought about, just that experience, and and that's a whole nother topic, being able to witness the eclipse that happened in August of 2017. But just all that, just being in the moment and experiencing all that, and just not having any concerns of the past, the future, just being there, accepting the moment. Just a really beautiful, profound, experience. And taking that mindset and applying it, if we could, collectively start living our lives that way, being in the moment and realizing things are perfect the way they are. And that could even mean there's sometimes bad things that happen, but when you have that balance, that centeredness, that presence, and that spirituality, that element of presence, even when things happen that might not be so great, that everything is happening for a reason, and everything, even though it might be bad, it's perfect the way it is. The universe by nature, at least is what we think about, from the Big Bang Theory, for example. By nature, we are all one because we all came from one, the Big Bang. The very nature of the universe is an explosion. It's aggressive. It's destruction by nature, which is the irony of things. If you think about it, the universe, according to most scientists, is expanding. Now, for a lot of people out there, you might say, well, what surrounds the universe? What created the matter of the Big Bang? But no one really can answer that. But by nature, at least what we think, the universe is expanding, and there's destruction all around the universe. But if you take that mindset and apply it to our daily living, our daily lives here on earth, things are perfect the way that they've unfolded. We live on a planet that's sitting there floating in space. You know, we're a part of a solar system that's sitting there floating within the universe. So, you know, the more that we can grasp these concepts, you know, and really, you know, the spirituality, and I mean, you know, there's all sorts of people out there, whether you're atheist, you know, you're Christian, Muslim, Hindu, whatever you are, you know, everybody should have a centeredness, a balance, being, you know, just one with the universe, having a present state, because ultimately, as I mentioned earlier, if you have this calmer disposition, and if you're not letting your mind go and wander, worrying about what happened yesterday or worrying about what you have to do tomorrow, just focusing on the moment, focusing on the present, that's ultimately going to lead you and even the people around you that you interact with on a day-to-day basis. I mean, they're going to feel your energy and your presence, and then you're going to positively affect those people, and then it's kind of like a spider web and a chain reaction. And that's ultimately going to lead you to live a more fulfilling life in all ways, which includes your personal finances. Because if you're, you know, more in tune, more level-headed, more balanced, you know, you're not going to make impulse buys. You're going to think through things. You're not going to just pop off and go buy, you know, new clothes or new car. You're going to be more conscious about what you spend at the grocery. And no matter what level you're on and what income level, because, you know, not everybody's, you know, making over $100,000. Not everybody's a millionaire. Not everybody's a billionaire. But we all fit in a different bracket, and hopefully we all do the best we can to make the most we can. But wherever we're at within that spectrum, learn, you know, to make the best of what we've got. I mean, that's all we can do. And again, 50% of it's, you know, the understanding your position, but the other 50% is just realizing that things are perfect the way they are. And hopefully this video helps you realize that and work on that, and hopefully it'll help you make better decisions with your personal finances. So if you found this information interesting or helpful, feel free to share it on your social media channels. It could be with your family, your friends, or whoever you think might benefit from viewing the video. If you ever have a question you'd like for me to answer directly in one of our newsletters, go to our website, www.bakerdmm.com, scroll to the bottom, fill out your information, write a few sentences about your question, and I'll try to answer that in one of our upcoming newsletters. And if you ever like to get my help directly, quickest and easiest way is to go to our website. At the top, you'll find our phone number and then a request an appointment button. And then if you scroll to the bottom, you can click on the PayPal button to book a phone consulting session. And with any of these options, I'll be in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours to confirm and schedule our appointment. And until then, I will talk to you all soon.